What is up, guys? Today we're here with another episode of Easy Guitar Tips. So, my first tip is you gotta clean up your right hand playing, man. You gotta clean up that picking hand. So, my first little trick for you to get better at that is to practice this. So, follow along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do with alternate picking. I was doing just downs because whatever I was trying to show you guys with some staccato-ness. The next little trick to get better at your alternate picking is to just play this line over and over again. So you get what I'm saying? You guys get what I mean. It's pretty simple, and if you just get fast at playing something like that, that'll pay massive dividends to your right hand and your alternate picking ability. My next tip is to play like you're a vocalist. You know, really bend those notes. Try and imagine you're putting words to what you're playing, especially when you're improvising. So instead of just going like, you could go like this. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just kind of an idea. It's really just all about how you play it. And really the only way to develop your own sound is to just spend time developing your own playing. You know, sit there and just play and practice. Our next tip is to memorize the fretboard one string at a time. Really, it's all just a big pattern. You know, there's E right here. There's E right here. There's E right here. There's E right here. There's E right here, there's E right here, there's E right here, there's E right here, there's E right there. You get what I mean? There's E's everywhere. You know what, man? Just use like octaves, you'll figure out every note. Like, you could quiz me on any note. Like, bro, like the 14th fret of the B string. That's C sharp. Learn it. I can't really give you any specific tricks. Every time I've tried to teach people how to do this, they don't understand. And my method was just sitting and memorizing. So that's really all I can tell you. Just sit down. Stop being a wuss and just sit down. Like, come on, man. My next tip is you can make 3 notes sound like 30 notes, man. Like, if you listen to a lot of solos, bro, like Freebird, for example, that's just, it's literally just those 3 notes. That's 3 notes, bro. Honestly, it's like 2 because you're bending on this. Sometimes if you just play like a simple theme over and over again, that tells a way crazier message than just playing. You know, because at least when you're playing that over and over again, you're kind of building the theme. You could build the momentum, you could build the energy. Especially in live situations, people love hearing people play just like, you know what I mean? Or even just literally you could go like this. People think that sounds sick, man. You know, it's all just about how you project it. So my next tip is add embellishments to your playing. You could play, I just said, you know, you could make 3 notes really last you a long time, but you could also just make 3 or 4 notes sound like a miracle. For example, here's just 4 notes, just in the pentatonic scale, played as boring as possible with no embellishments or anything. Now here's it played in a cool way. All I did is I just added a little hammer on and a little ghost bend. Makes it sound way cooler than this, right? Just have fun. My next tip is, bro, honestly, practice while lying down, practice with your eyes closed, practice in the dark, just practice, man. If you practice without a non-optimal conditions, it'll make practicing in optimal conditions a lot better. Just like with working out. If you work out when you're tired, you work out just whenever, it's gonna make those workouts when you're feeling perfect just be so much easier and so much better. You're gonna enjoy it a lot more. Just do it even when you don't want to. Come on, just at least pick up the guitar for 5 minutes. That makes a bigger difference than just going weeks without doing it. All right, my other tip is figure out what kind of pick you like to play with. Now, I like to play with these purple picks. They're 1.14 millimeters, but you know, this is my preferred pick. Really just anything above the green Dunlops. Those are 0.88, I believe. Some people like to play with medium picks or, you know, like the 0.66s. I personally am not the biggest fan. Like I said, I'll play with the green ones, the 0.88s. I just feel like they feel too flimsy. So I would recommend the thicker ones, but if you're really in love with thinner picks and you're able to make it work, then go for that. But just know you can't like hit it. You can't hit the strings as hard, you know? You can't give it that. My next tip is learn songs all the way through. Guys, most guitar players are plagued by the issue of they're only able to play like a little portion of a song. They can't play the song all the way through. And I dealt with this for a long time. I remember one of the things was my dad said to me, I'll buy you your first electric guitar if you could play any song all the way through. And so that was my goal, and I learned how to play like Sweet Home Alabama or something all the way through. And I got an electric guitar for Christmas, but you know what I mean. Learn something chill. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. That's like 3 chords the whole time. It's really just like, you know. Just be able to strum it and keep time the whole way through, that's an accomplishment, man. Like, I'm telling you, especially in the beginning, it's hard. Try and learn some solos by ear. Here's a good one to learn. Learn the second solo of Fade to Black by ear by Metallica. That solo is super easy. I'll give you the first 3 notes right now. There, I just showed you like the first beginning of it. Now you got the rest. It's so easy, especially if you learn the A minor scale first. Or yeah, it's A minor probably. It'll pay massive dividends if you're able to just learn a few solos by ear, because you get more used to knowing where things are on the guitar. You know what I mean? Trust me, trust me, trust me. And my next final tip is, if you're feeling it and you're grooving, imagine you're on stage while you're playing. It'll make you play things that you're not usually gonna play. You're gonna have more fun while you do it. And trust me, when you get on stage and you practice pretending to be on stage in your bedroom, people will be able to tell. My name is Jay Sambuco, and I'm signing out.